هشتغل.
يا جماعة لسه شركة سيمنز هتقدم برزنتيشن. دكتور محسن. اوكي جو اهيد معاك.
Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Said, Business Manager for Molecular Engineers. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to present my company in front of you. Today we will discuss how to choose PET detector design. I think we have a lot of decision makers in hospitals and institutes and the imaging center. When you are going to plan to buy a new PET CT, so it's very important to know how to choose a PET detector and how to choose the system. So it's very important to understand how detector work, also to know the different ways that PET detector can be designed, and know the pros and the cons of every detector part. In the beginning, all of us know the patient will be injected with FDG, and then gamma rays are emitted from the patient to hit the crystal, and the crystal converts the gamma rays to light photons, okay? Then light photons will be converted into electrical signal or analog signal with photosensor. Then the analog signal will be transferred to electronic board to generate electrical signal or digital signal. Okay, so we have two very important things that the PET detector should have. The PET detector should know accurately what is the position and what is the arrival time of gamma rays, because this will lead us in and affect the lesion detectability and detector performance. So we have two very important things that all detector should have. Know positron position or gamma ray position and the arrival time. So today we will discuss four very important things related to PET detectors. The first one is crystal type. Second one is crystal size and coverage and reconstruction method. In Siemens, we grow the crystal in our factory. We have a dedicated crystal factory to invent the most efficient crystal element for our systems. So crystals in Siemens grown in our factory, okay? As we discussed in the previous slides, this is the first part, crystal, BGO or OLSO crystal. We will discuss it and deep dive in each part. And then photosensor, PMT or SIPM. Then the last part is the digital conversion electronics. Now we will talk about the crystal element. there is two types of crystal, LSO and BGO. Does anyone here know what's the difference between LSO and BGO, or hear any information about the crystal LSO and BGO? We can make it interactive.
الدكتور عمرو الطيبي is practicing PET CT، ممكن يتطوع بالرد. He's one of the monsters of PET CT في اسكندرية.
It's my pleasure.
انا فاكر ان انا قريت على الموضوع، بس انا مش فاكر بالظبط كان ايه الفرق.
Okay.
بصراحه
We have two types of detector crystals in PET CT, BGO and LSO. It's a very, very simple comparison, but we can focus only in one point, decay time. Decay time is the time that the crystal is blind and cannot deal with another event. So, the shorter decay time will be the faster detector or the faster crystal. Am I right or not? Right. For LSO crystal, the decay time is 40 nanosecond. What's the meaning of this? This means that this crystal will absorb the first gamma ray and then stay blind for 40 nanosecond, then take another event. For BGO, 300 nanosecond. So, by logic, LSO is much, much better and faster than LSO. LSO, sorry, is much faster than BGO. But we have a pros and cons for each crystal type. What's the pros of LSO? It's very fast, highlight output. But the cons is it's very rare, so it's very expensive. Less much stopping power compared to BGO. Regarding BGO pros, it's very cheap. So any BGO-based system will be much cheaper than LSO. The crystal has very good stopping power compared to LSO, but it's a very, very low crystal. The next animation, this is graph of the light output or the signal coming from, this is coming from LSO and this is coming from BGO.
LSO stands for A, lithium وبismuth. ال
Sorry?
will be
Yes, abbreviation is LISO. It's related to LISO. Listen, sorry.
السلايد اللي قبليها طيب بس تجيبها. الابريفيشنز بتاعت الديتكتورز.
Lutetium based, lutetium.
لوتيشيوم.
Yes.
والبي stands for ايه اللي في البي اس او؟
Lutetium bismuth.
وبيزمس.
Yes.
اوكي ماشي.
This is animation that shows the difference and what's happening inside the system. Difference between BGO and LSO. The blue one is LSO. The white is BGO. It's incoming ray, gamma ray from the patient, hits the crystal. This is the light, signal. This is the signal from LSO. LSO crystal is faster 7 times than BGO. When we are talking about one event or one gamma ray, BGO take only one gamma ray and then take another event. In the same time, BGO takes 7 events. This is the electrical signal coming from crystal to photosensor. Now we are focusing all in LSO. That's why I was curious to and insist to bring you a small video that shows how to produce LSO in our factory. This is a crystal element inside the PET CT. These graphs show the effect or the impact of crystal element size to the spatial resolution. We have two crystal element size. One for Biograph MCT and Horizon is 4 millimeter, and Biograph Vision 3.2 millimeter. The lowest crystal size give us an improved spatial resolution. All of us are radiologists, so we can understand more the clinical images instead of numbers. So I insist to bring a clinical outcome of two systems. The first PET-CT system, crystal element was 6.3 millimeter, and this is 4 millimeter. I think the difference is very clear. We don't need to talk more about the difference between two images. This is the impact of crystal element size. That's why we have to focus on the crystal element size for the PET-CT system. The smallest crystal element size, the better spatial resolution. It's like camera. If you have 12 megapixel camera compared to 5 megapixel, the resolution in 12 megapixel camera is much better than 5 megapixel camera. Detector coverage. This is a conventional PET-CT, and this is our Siemens PET-CT bed gantry from inside. In the conventional PET gantry, you can see there is a gaps between detectors. This is the metal gaps. These metal gaps, so we will lose count and lose data. There is data acquired here will be missed. So we have to use software to compensate the lost counts or the lost data in this design. In our Siemens design, all the coverage, all this area are covered with crystal element, so there is no software needed to compensate the lost counts because we already don't have lost count in this, on our design. This is time of flight option. Time of flight divides the line of response into small segments. This is a very, very impressive and good for lesion detectability and localization of lesions. I will show another animation, describe more the time of flight, what's the theory behind time of flight. By the way, time of flight is only for LSO crystals, not for BGO. So if you have BGO based system, so you cannot get time of flight option or reconstruction. So time of flight give us better image quality, faster scans, lower dose. I think these two factors are very, very important nowadays because faster scans mean we can absorb a lot of patients per list, and lower dose, FDG, it is not cheap nowadays. So if you reduce the patient dose, so you can acquire a lot of patients per day. Conventional bed table design. There is two design for PHS or the table for the system. This is a conventional one. This is our Siemens one. You can repeat this slide. Please focus on the first one. The patient goes through the system to be acquired for the CT part, then go to PET part. You know, palette moving inside the system, and there is a deflection on the pallet. This deflection lead us to misregistration between PET and CT images. All of us know the PET-CT acquires a CT image and then PET image, then fuse two images together. If there is misleading or misregistration between PET and CT and fuse two images, I think you will lose data and affect attenuation correction. Now we have to look to our design in Siemens design, smart patient handling system. All the table move itself with the patient, not only the tabletop. So there is no deflection. So no deflection in Siemens design. All our portfolio are digital. Biograph Horizon, MCT, Vision. We have a small lesion detectability, LSO-based system, digital system. This is my digital business card. If you have any question, let me know, or send me an email or WhatsApp and so on. Thank you very much.